Walaupun agak everyone, walaupun agak madam, uh, today I will be explaining about the three main types of learning theories. So the three main types of the learning theory is about the exploring behavior, conjunctive, and social cultures perspective on online. So the three types of agenda is about the behaviors, observed attention, conjunctive theory, mind process, and social culture theory context to matters, and the key application and the synonyms of perspective. Those are the three agenda things that are explained by the theories. And thirdly is the understanding of learning theories. The learning theories is about the presenting of the core model for physiological and education described by how people learn process and retain skills and knowledge. They shape our knowledge about human learning and stage teaching for research across the discipline. This is about the understanding of the learning theories that is shown on the picture. So, fourthly is about the behaviors, observation, action. The meaning of behaviors, observation, action is about to describe the learn, the change, to observe, and the result, and environmental influence to reinforcement. And there is the consequential of mental stage that things that the dogs can operate or condition life through the system. And the main types of the operating conditional consequences is the voluntary of behavior that modify by the consequences. And secondly is the reinforcement, increasing behaviors in good job, pushing and describing example to go to the attention. And thirdly is the schema. This can be the positive and negative thinking of a person to reinforcement or punishment. Seventhly is the education application. This can be the behavioral service as the basic for directly instruction, drill, and practice. And the classroom management, this can be the economics and positive reinforcement to employ to manage to decide behaviors. It is effectively managed and described by the skills of the other people. And secondly is the critical limitation. This is too much and mechanism thus to accounted for until through the process motivation and criticism. It could be extreme motivation, not only on learning, but it is explained by the complex learning. And there is the conjunctive theory might process the learning about the conjunctive theory. If you can see that this is the learning of active process of international mental process like memory, expression, and problem observation of behaviors to learn about how they might process information according to bit, stage, and schema theories. And these are some of the diagrams that can be shown on conjunctive development stage. Firstly, the first stage of development is the children that progress through their the motto and pre preconstructive to consider the operational and formal operational stage. Each stage involved in distinct way of thinking and understanding the world. And secondly is the assessment intention. Assessmentation is the incorporating new information into extension methods. For example, child call for legacy animal and dog, modifying existing scheme or creating new one to fit information. The child learn to different between the dog and the cat. And the burning construction and discussment is about the concept of germ made distant that the knowledge actively constructive mechanism, discovery, learning, and scaffolding is helping to uncheck building understanding. Those concepts keep refreshing, spiral, and depending that the understanding. And lastly is the social cultural theory, context the matter. This social culture theory is about the learning the social experience, media, culture, and language interaction that are other to process the co-construction of knowledge occurring through the social experience. As you can see, this social culture can be extended by the language, the interaction, and some co-construction of knowledge through the people. If there is a more social culture to the community or the people interaction, this can bring out the happiness and live a life in a good future for among the people. And conclusion, the conclusion, this can be considered of learning the actual consequences, environment condition, conjunctive, on contract, place and provides on internal, mental and social culture with regard to the role of social interaction, culture and language. The short form is the SBD, making learning each theory learn perspective application field of the approaches of the learn. That's all for my PowerPoint presentation. Thank you for all for your listening and have a nice day.